Hi first graders and first grade parents, Miss Pagan here. Today we're going to talk about what you're going to do for journal. In order to do today's journal, you will have had to have read or listened to A Barn Full of Hats. This week we're going to be sharing the link with you to our Language Arts website so that the story can be read to you out loud, and then you'll be able to go ahead and do the informational writing that we're going to do today. So again, we're going to do an informational writing, which is giving information about a topic. So you have to have read the story today in order to do this type of writing, because you're going to be taking some details from the story and putting it into your writing for today. So what we're going to do is get our materials ready, just like we did last week. You'll need to either have out your journal, a piece of lined paper, or you can even use your whiteboard, or white paper is fine too. The first thing you're going to need to do is start with your date at the top. So if you had a journal, you would be starting with your date here with a 4/24/2020. You would then be writing your name, first name, last name, and then your number in the class. Today for your picture, what you're going to do is you're going to get to draw one of the animals that you read about in the story. So if you've read the story, you would know that it takes place in a barn, on a farm. So some of the animals that you're going to get to choose from are a hen or a horse. Or if you had a different character from the story that you'd like, you can go ahead and choose that one as well. You're going to go ahead and take about maybe 10 minutes to work on your picture, remembering to add some details. You can go back to the story if you would like to go back and watch the video to kind of remember some of the details about what you saw, maybe in some of the pictures, and include those in your picture as well. If you finish your drawing early, you can of course color if you have crayons, color pencils, or markers at home. After you've worked on your picture, you're going to go ahead and get ready to think about the question and then get ready to start the writing. So our question for today is, why did the animals choose the hats that they chose? I'll read it one more time. Why did the animals choose the hats they chose? So again, if you read the story, you'll know that some of the animals chose their hats for certain reasons, the hats that were in the barn. So I want you to think about why they did that. I want you to just take a quiet minute to think in your brain, remembering what the animals were, which hats they chose, and why they chose them. Again, if you can't remember all those details, you can go back, rewatch the video, re-listen to the video, and then you can hopefully get those ideas to get ready to go ahead and write. This is going to be our journal for Monday and Tuesday. So you're, again, definitely going to need to have those details ready in order to complete your sentences. A good strategy that you might want to use in order for you to remember these details is maybe on your whiteboard or on a separate piece of paper, you could take some little quick notes. What you could do is you could write down the animals from the story, the hats that they chose, and then why they chose them. And if you do that in the right order that they were introduced, that's really going to help when it's time to do your writing, because you're going to have to remember those details to go ahead and write about them. Those are going to be our details that we're going to put in the middle of our writing. But we have to start with a topic sentence. So our topic sentence today is going to give the reader an idea of what we're going to be writing about. So again, it's informational writing. We're not going to give an opinion today. We're not going to be starting a story, a narrative. What we're going to do is we're going to tell the reader what we know, what information we have. So there's 3 choices that you can choose from today. I wrote them out. If you would like to change them a little bit to make them your own, that's completely fine too. But you are more than welcome to use one of these topic sentences in your own writing. So after you've done your picture, you're going to go ahead and move on to your topic sentence, and here they are. The first one says, the animals chose their hats for different reasons. The second choice is, let me tell you the reasons the animals chose their hats. And the final one is, I know that the animals chose their hats for different reasons. So you get to choose one of those sentences for your topic sentence that's going to start your writing. If you are writing in a journal, you're going to start on the very first line and you are going to go ahead and write your topic sentence. And then when you get to the end, you're going to stop and put your period. Just like last week, we're going to go ahead and do our quick checks after each sentence. So after you write your topic sentence, you're going to make sure that you touch your capital letter at the beginning to make sure it's there and give yourself a check. You're going to check your finger space in between each word. Make sure that you put it there, give yourself a check. You're going to check that you put a period at the end of your sentence. Then you can give yourself a check. You're going to go back and whisper read to make sure that you included all of the words, that it makes sense, and that your letters are placed nicely on the line. Once you've done that, you can give yourself your final check. So after you've written your topic sentence, we're now going to get ready to write our first detail. All right, first graders, I hope you had enough time to write your topic sentence and do your quick checks. Now we're going to get ready to move on to our first detail. So if you've read the story, you will know that the first animal to choose their hat was the hen. So we're going to start our details with a transition sentence starter. I put up all the choices that you can choose from today, and you're going to get to pick one of the sentence starters for your first detail sentence. So the first one I put is first, comma, hen chose her hat because. After because is where you would write the answer. Why did hen choose the hat that she chose? You're going to tell me after because. The other one is to start, comma, hen chose her hat because. The next one is first of all, comma, hen chose her hat because. And the last one says to begin with, comma, hen chose her hat because. So again, you get to pick one sentence with a transition sentence starter, and then the rest of the detail starting the sentence. Hen chose her hat because. So you're going to tell me, why did hen choose that hat? If you can't remember, you can go back to the video, listen to the story again, or if you took some really good notes, you could go back and check those notes to see, why did hen choose that hat? Before you write, I want you to think about what your sentence is going to say first. If you're working with a grown-up or older sibling, make sure that you tell them what your sentence is going to be. You get to pick your transition word sentence starter first, and then make sure you tell them hen chose her hat because. No matter which transition word you choose, you also need to have that sentence starter that goes with it. So you are going to go ahead and put your detail one, if you're working in your journal, after your topic sentence. After you write it out, you're going to do your quick checks, checking for a capital, finger space, a period, and going back to whisper read to make sure your sentence makes sense. Hopefully, by the end of the day, you'll have two really nice sentences with a really nice picture on the top. Tomorrow's journal, we'll go ahead and go into detail 2, detail 3, and we'll work on our conclusion. So don't worry if you didn't finish your picture today. You can also work on that tomorrow, but try to make sure you have your topic sentence and your detail 1 done so that we can jump right into detail 2 tomorrow. So if you have any questions, make sure you either email me or you can ask your child's teacher as well. So good luck with writing today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.